Yeah, I think that's everything. How long have I been sitting here ranting? Too long. Oh, only 18 minutes. Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm Mandi Grace, author of 10 novels so far. Welcome to vlog 15 of the Dystopian rewrites, 58 of all of the rewriting adventures of the last 2 years. This was not supposed to take 2 years, but here we are. Guys, we are in the middle of rewriting my dystopian trilogy in book 2, halfway-ish through book 2. It's NaNoWriMo. Camp. Excuse me, I'm yawning. And we are wildly behind. So far today, this is what I've written, which is, you know, lovely. This is where we're at. This is not as shocking as it looks because I knew that I was going to be gone for these 2 weeks, so this was expected. I set a small goal so I could write at the beginning of the month and then write at the end of the month. However, I only wrote a teeny tiny bit at the beginning of the month, so now I have a lot to write at the end of the month. It was supposed to be like half and half, but it's clearly not, so we'll see what happens. I don't actually have to write an excessive amount to hit my goal. Like, this is normal for me. 1,600 words, that's like a prickle or two in a day. So it's not wild, but I did spend 2 weeks not writing at all because I was at camp. So like easing back into my story, I'm not immediately going to be writing that fast. Like yesterday, my first day back, Monday, I wrote just under 500 words. Obviously today I wrote 1,200 in the prickle, so I've already jumped back to like basically normal. But yesterday I was easing in, you know, so it was like slower. Anyway, point is, I'm not yet hitting the daily goal at NaNoWriMo. It's like you need to do this in order to actually hit the goal. But that's my plan for this week, is to finish my nano goal. I'm starting to plan with some of my nano hedgies to do a 10K day, which is basically, I set an absurd goal, like 10K, and then I write all day. The key is not to be attached to the absurd goal so that I don't feel any kind of shame if I don't. Inevitably, I don't make the 10K. But it is helpful for me to have a big goal to keep stretching for, versus if I make a small goal and then I make the goal and then I just stop writing because I made the goal, so why would I do more? Anyway, we're planning one of these this week sometime, so that will get me there because 15K was like my total goal for NaNoWriMo, and I'm already at 4,700, so a 10K day will hit the goal. So anyway, yeah, that's this week. Not bad, guys. I'm alive, and I intend to be doing more frequent videos. There's elephants. I intend to be doing more frequent videos. I never did gosh, July was crazy. I never did my bullet journal. I don't have any. So my plan is to not actually do my July bullet journal, because it's the 25th, and at this point that's ridiculous. But I do want to at least do my page where I do my stickers to keep track of word count, because I've been keeping track of word count. Look at this nonsense. I've been keeping track of word count like this because I don't have the page, you know, like this, to do my stickers on. So I'm going to make the page and do my stickers on the other side of the murky middle. Hi, clean up. Anyway, I'm going to do the page here and do my stickers, and then I'll do August. How are we already in August? And that will be an actual video. It's the August one. Yeah, and then I'll be doing my weekly vlogs, and then we'll see how things go, I don't know, from here. I'm going to be more consistent. It's going to happen, for sure. Hi, Thursday's update. I'm at my grandparents' house because I'm going to be cat sitting for a few days. This is like the best thing that ever happens to me every summer. Maybe not every summer. Frequently. I guess it's not frequently if it's not every year. Never mind. Anyway, it's amazing. There's something about being in complete solitude with no chance of anyone like showing up or needing me or whatever. That the introvert in me is finally able to like genuinely recharge No shade to my family or my new roommate that I moved in with, because I love them, I adore them. I specifically go to the farm where my parents live every summer to recharge, because it is restful to be there with them. And obviously moving in with my roommate was ideal. So this isn't a knock on them, because I do love those situations. But there are still people there. People I love, people that I do find cup-filling, but still people. So there's always some, like, baseline of A, draining, because I'm an introvert, and B, anxiety, because I do get anxiety with anything unknown, and people have a lot of variables outside of my control. I have no idea how they're going to act or behave, or what they're going to do, or how they might judge me, or who knows what all, you know? So even with people like my roommate and my parents that I feel very safe with and have very little anxiety with, there's still an underlying baseline of, like, I don't know, man, anything could happen, which is stress. Not a lot of stress, but it's stress. And so when I am in a situation like pet sitting for my grandparents, which happens roughly once a summer, I'm finally able to just, like, there is no baseline anxiety. The introvert in me is like, I have no people and no responsibilities, and I get to be completely alone. This is fantastic. Anyway, so I always, like, turn into my best self while pet sitting here. The most productive summer I ever had, which was caught on camera, there's a lot of videos from that week that I was here, was here. Yeah, it was here. I don't know what it is about being here and being alone. Well, I think I do know what I just explained what it is. But I'm able to relax. I have zero anxiety, and then I just become my most productive, like, self. And it's no longer, I don't know, it's no longer, like, a driving force that is also draining me. It's suddenly just like, I can do what I want. Oh, I do want to write. I do want to read. I do want to, you know, practice piano or whatever. Like, in my day-to-day life, some of those things, they become tasks. Because I'm exhausted. I get exhausted from work. I get exhausted from social things, leading my Bible study, who knows what I'll write. I get exhausted from things. And therefore, everything else is also piling on top of my already exhausted self. So writing, reading my, you know, book on craft every month, which I haven't been doing this year, all these things, they become, like, more. Instead of, like, oh, I actually really love doing these things. But when I'm here and I'm alone, it's like, yeah, I definitely want to do those things. Those things are the best. So, anyway, I need to, before Monday, let's say Monday, that's the 31st, right? No, that's the 1st. Sunday, before Sunday, I have to, want to, get to, I would like to, hit my nano goal. To that end, A, I'll be trying to write every day, and B, I have gathered some nano hedgies in my writing community to do a 10K Saturday situation. Other things. I'm going through the BFF mindset training. BFF being best feedback friend. It's what we call critique partners in my writing group, because critique partner is scary. Listen, we do a lot of cute things in Quill and Cup. This is one of the cute things that I don't love. I'm sorry, Anya. I don't love it. Here's the deal. For me, critique partner sounds real and professional and like writers. And BFF sounds like so casual. And like, it is casual. It's not like intense having BFF. I have 2 BFFs. They're great. I love them. They both bring different things to the table. So it's fantastic. But anyway, the point is, I don't know what the point is. I think I just want it to sound legitimate. This is a personal problem of mine. I need it to sound like I am actually doing what I'm doing. Like, I am a writer. I am a published author. I do have critique partners who do, in fact, critique my work. I don't think I've ever told Anya this, and now I'm telling the whole internet. I don't like the BFF. Anyway, we're moving on. I'm telling you, when I am alone in solitude and there's no anxiety, I hold nothing back. I'm suddenly myself now, and I hold nothing back. We'll see how I feel when I'm editing this, if I keep that in there. I probably will. Anyway, yes, so going through BFF mindset training, because we're doing another matching season, to get a critique partner. And, I want another one. Not that I don't love the two that I have, because I really do, and they both bring, like, different things to the table. We have different kind of BFF relationships. But, as I get close to finishing the Dystopian trilogy, which means I'll be done with all this rewriting of my old books situation, I'm going to be switching gears back to my King Arthur series, which I started in 2020, and I would like to finish writing and, like, publish someday. And when I switch gears back to the fantasy series, I want someone in my corner specifically dedicated to my work in the fantasy genre, who knows the genre, who writes as well or ideally better than I do, so that they can critique my work and help me to make it better, you know? And obviously, because we'll be paired, I also would want to do that for them as well, in whatever way that they need. I don't know yet. We haven't been paired yet. Currently going through the mindset training, all about, I don't know how much of this I should share. I don't know how much is, like, Quill and Cup private property. Basically, we work on calibrating our ego, so we're not horrible people when we're critiquing other people's work. And also, we don't take things personally when they critique ours. There you go. That was vague enough, I feel. Anyway, I'm working through the training, and I need to get done by Sunday. And then I need to read the sample works that were sent to me and, you know, say, yeah, this sounds like something I would read and critique, or no, thank you, please don't pair me with this person. I don't know if anyone, I haven't done this before. Listen, I joined Quill and Cup a month after it was born. So, I've been here through all of the growing pains, and, like, all the things. Back in the day, guys, we didn't even have a website, right? We were like, I mean, there was like the Quill and Cup site sort of thing, but we didn't have the member website with all the cool things that we have now. Yeah, there was like this whole like count up, of like, oh, we have another member. If we get like 15 more, we'll be able to afford this website. Anyway, listen, I've been here through everything. And back in the day, pairing BFFs when something like this, I was like on my 3rd or 4th prickle ever. It was like September maybe of 2021. And Anya was, you know, talking about this BFF thing that she wanted to kick off the ground, yada yada. And she, at the end of the prickle, was like, hey, you and this other writer both are writing fantasy, because I was writing my fantasy series at that point. Y'all wanna chit-chat? So, like, after the prickle, she was like, y'all just stay on the Zoom link. We'll all hop off. You guys talk. Figure this out. And that's how I got my first BFF. And we stayed on the Zoom link. We chatted, and then we started sharing work after that, and then we'd meet on Zoom periodically and talk. Yeah, that's all that happened. That was it. That was how we paired. And nowadays, there's like this whole, we go through a mindset training so that, you know, we're not cruel to other writers when critiquing their work, but we're also not taking things personally and, you know, getting offended or deeply upset when they critique our work. Anyway, it's super cool, honestly, the mindset training, and I love that it's a thing. I think it's helpful, and I think it's really good to, like, go through all of this before you're allowed to critique someone else's work. I think it's great. I think it's really good. But anyway, I haven't done it before. I've had 3 different BFF pairings, One of them fell off just because she was no longer in the Hedgie house. And we sort of tried to stay in touch, but I'm real bad at staying in touch with people, so we did not stay in touch. And the other two of my BFFs are still in the Hedgie house, so I hang out with them occasionally. Also bad at keeping up with them, mind you, but because we're in the Hedgie house, it's sort of like we're more forced to talk to each other occasionally, if that makes sense. I need external motivators, guys. I don't know if you can tell, or I would just not. Anyway, why am I ranting about BFFs? I don't know. Oh, because I'm doing the mindset training. I'm doing the training this time for my 4th BFF pairing. And yeah, it's good stuff. It's honest, to be fair, it's a refresher course because we went over a lot of this at the Chicago writing retreat. So I haven't had any like mind-blowing like, oh, in terms of the stuff that I'm learning yet. But it is still good stuff, if that makes sense. Anyway, so NaNoWriMo before Sunday, BFF mindset training before Sunday. I have my edits back from the Tragedy of the Traitor. Oh, guys, I would just like to apologize to anyone and everyone who bought the Tragedy of the Traitor in the last year. Actually, it hasn't been out for a year. November. 8 months? 9 months? I don't know. Math. I'm sorry. It's a doozy. Usually when I get the edits back, it's like, there's occasionally I spell a word wrong or say something stupid. Like the time I called ears my hearers, which is my favorite edit to date. This is hysterical. But in this one, I have to show you. It's not currently with me, but I have to show you. I apparently forgot what paragraphs were. You know how you start new ones? And how you indent them? That wasn't a thing in like all of the Tragedy of the Traitor, which you would know if you bought it and read it, and I'm so sorry. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I am a cautionary tale. Don't ever do what I did. Listen, I am a huge fan of getting your work edited. And I always tell people to get it edited before publication. Did I get it edited before publication? No. But, you know, is do as I say and not as I do. Guys, I'm real sentimental, and there was a specific date that I wanted them published by, so that, like, the first Lucy's Legend publication paired with the last Robin Hood rewritten publication, like, it had to be the same date. And it was the same date, unfortunately. Which meant that I rushed, and it's not good quality, and I apologize profusely. I'ma fix it. We're almost done, guys. We have 2 more books, and I have the Tragedy, so really 1 more book to be edited. This one's a doozy, though. Anyway, I'd like to get this done. It doesn't have to be done by Sunday, but I'd like to get it done in a timely fashion so that people stop buying the one that's ridiculous. And I can give them a better quality book. Sorry. So there's that. Yeah, what else do I need to do? NaNoWriMo, BFF mindset training, Tragedy edits. Oh, I'm sort of, I don't know if you'd call it arc reading. I don't know when or if it's already published. I don't know. I have a gal that I know, like, I was gonna say in my personal life, that is how I know her, but, like, we don't know each other that well. We have mutual friends, and then we met, and then, anyway. So, whatever. She asked if I would read her fantasy book, and, like, give a review of it, and I think her publication was, or is, my head is saying September, but I don't know if that's correct. I'll have to double check. Anyway, I don't know if the book is already published or not, is what I'm saying. But I am reading the book and giving a review. And I've only made it like 5 pages in, because then I went to camp and I was gone for 2 weeks and I wasn't doing anything. So I need to get back to that and, like, read the book so that I can give a review. And I think that's everything. Side note, my friends, I have never thought my grandparents' cat was super large. He's just a cat, right? But when I got here last night and he walked into the room, my brain was like, oh my gosh, he's huge. He's not. He's like cat-sized. But because I've been with my kitten for the last 2 months, who is teeny tiny, I thought she was starting to be cat-like, right? Because when I got her, she could basically fit in the palm of my hand. And now she cannot. And when we'd sleep, she used to sleep like curled up right under my chin. And now when she sleeps there, she's like across my whole chest. She's grown exponentially. Why are you yelling? So I sometimes when I pick her up, I'm like, gosh, you look like a cat now. Why do you look like a cat? Don't grow up. But then when he walked in the room, hi Lucky, I was like, wow. Okay, so in fact, she is tiny. Because this man is huge. Humongous. Okay, I've made a long list of things to do today. Not all of which will probably get done, but we're working on things. Sorry, had a phone call. What I was saying was, I've been catching up on daily coaching videos because when I was at camp for 2 weeks, counseling at church camp, I wasn't doing anything Quilling Cup related, so I wasn't watching any of the daily coaching videos and things, so I'm catching up. Once I do that, I'll make it a priority to go through the webinars that I've been missing. We do like Monday night or Wednesday morning webinars weekly, and I haven't been attending like live in a month or two, which is ridiculous. Guys, this summer has been bananas. But anyway, so that's another priority, is I want to go through all the webinars that I missed. Those are all live on the website. So as a member, I can do my learning at my own pace. But currently, after a couple phone calls with my parents, I guess my dad saw something hanging off my car this morning while I was sound asleep. And I'm gonna go get it checked out and see what is hanging off my car and if it should be attached. So that's, we're pausing the long list of things that I would like to do, and we are doing that instead. I'm back. Car is fine. It was super simple fix. You know, this morning when I was talking about how I love pet sitting for my grandparents because of the solitude, the zero anxiety, like everything that today was not. Dang it. Oh, gosh. Listen, I've never actually been diagnosed with anxiety. I kind of throw that word around. But here's the deal. I get a lot of stress, my friends. About stupid stuff. Okay, for example, I don't have a key to the house. I use the garage, right? But leaving the house today, what if I forget the code and I can't get in? What if the code just doesn't work, even if it is the right code, and then I'm just trapped out of the house, right? If I forget the code, I could just call my grandma and be like, hey, I forgot the code, how do I get in the garage, right? Which seems like a simple fix. But, like, what if she decides that I'm just, like, super incompetent because I can't even get in and out of her house. And, like, if I'm super incompetent, why is she having me, like, watch her cat? And then she never invites me back. Like, that, it totally could happen, right? Also, there's a specific door, like, into the garage that she specifically told me not to lock because she doesn't have a key. There's, like, not a key to it. There's not a key. So don't lock the door after you go into the garage, right? And when I left the house, I specifically, like, I stepped out and shut the door, and then I turned around and I opened the door to make sure that it's not locked, right? And then I left. But that didn't stop me from thinking, what if I did lock that door? I mean, I know for a fact that I didn't lock that door, and I double-checked that I didn't lock that door, but, like, what if it is locked? So, like, even if the code works, whether or not I have to call my grandma and whether or not she decides I'm incompetent and never invites me back, even if I get past that scenario of the front garage door opening, right? The next garage door to get into the house, what if it's locked? I know it's not locked, but what if it is? What if I can't get in? What if the cat is trapped in there for 3 days and starves to death and then my grandparents just disown me? Like, it could happen. And I realize that this is absurd, right? Anxiety is irrational, but, like, this is what's genuinely going on in my brain. And it just adds so much stress and, like, increased heart rate and, like, rapid breathing and just, like, I don't know what could happen, guys. add to that, I'm going to a car shop that I don't go to, so I don't know these people. My parents go, they know each other, it's very small town vibey, you know, but I don't go there, I don't know these people, they might be murderers, I don't know, and then, like, what if the interaction with the humans is super awkward and I just die of mortification? Like, that's the thing, people die of mortification, right? And what if the car problem is, like, actually really bad, and, like, now I just have to buy a new car. Like, it's completely unfixable, whatever this issue is, and, like, now I just have to buy a new car. I don't have money for a new car, let alone just, like, forget the new car. What if I just have to fix something on my car, right? Like, I don't have money for that. I'm currently broke. What am I supposed to do? I'm gonna be stranded at this car shop because my car is no longer drivable and I need a new one. And now I have to call my mom and be like, so, my car is trashed, but, like, can you come get me and take me back to the house so I can save the cat so it doesn't starve to death so that my grandparents don't disown me. And, like, also buy me a new car. All of this was going through my head in the last hour. That's how long this trip took. It was just an hour of my life. And it just added so much stress to my day. And this is why I say that I have anxiety, even though I haven't been diagnosed. Because, gosh, this was terrible. And I quit. Ugh. I'm gonna take a 30-minute break to, like, recharge the introvert and the anxiety batteries. And then I will go back to that long list of things that I want to get done. Okay, ate some pizza, hosted my prickle. I wrote 852 words. I need more in order to, like, be on track according to the nanosite, since I was, you know, not writing for 2 weeks. But I'm also planning the 10K day for Saturday, so I'm not super stressed. But I'll try to, I don't know, get a little more. I'll get out another prickle today. I went through another module of the BFF training, which is really good stuff, you guys. It's really good stuff. Despite my ranting this morning about the fact that I don't love that we call it BFF instead of critique partner, it's still a really good program. So yeah, I went through another module of that. That was good stuff. And now I'm gonna get back to my list and see what else I need to do. Hi, so during my prickle earlier, one of the gals was like, I found this fascinating article, on Save the Cat and why it's not all it's cracked up to be, basically. And I was like, I would be curious to read that, because Save the Cat is my favorite craft book. It's the only way that I plot. It was the first craft book I ever read, and I will swear by it and die by it. But I also know that it doesn't work for everybody. Like, I get that. Some people read Save the Cat and it doesn't fit, and that's totally fine. But it fit for me really well. What was that noise? Did you hear that? Was that the cat? Lucky? Are you alive? Did y'all hear that? Anyway, it fit for me, right? So I was like, I'd be curious to read this article. It's a doozy. What are you thinking, Lucky? This whole video has turned into, like, me just ranting about this article, and I'm sorry, but that's what I got stuck on it. This is what happens when I'm here at this house, because in solitude and in anxiety, baseline has dropped to, like, no anxiety. I'm comfortable enough that I just be myself, and myself is very, obsessively analytical, and I talk in circles as I process things. So then my YouTube videos explode. The first time that I ever pet sat here, and it was the most productive summer of my life. There were a lot of videos from that week that I was here. That was the week. It was the first time that I ever had a video that was over 30 minutes long. It was 45 when I was editing it, and at the time, because my videos were like 10 minutes long, at the time, I kind of panicked. I was like, oh my gosh, this writing vlog is 45 minutes long. I need to cut this. So I kept cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting until I got it, I think, down to like 30 minutes. I was about to say 30,000 words. 30 minutes. And that still felt like excessively long to me because I never ranted that much in a video. There's something about being alone here that I just rant a lot at the camera as I process things. Like, I feel comfortable enough to just chat in the way that my brain is chatting anyway. But now I'm, like, chatting on camera. Anyway, it's funny to me that happened here, because nowadays if I had a 45-minute video, I'd just post it. I might split it in two, but like also I might just post it and be like, well, you'll watch it or you won't, or whatever. But back then, man, I edited it and it was 45 minutes and I was like, no one is ever gonna watch this. I need to cut this so small. And nowadays I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I have long videos, I have short videos, I literally don't care. Y'all will watch it or you won't. Anyway. Yeah. Here's my plan now. I'll give you tomorrow, ? And then that will be the end of Dystopian Vlog 15. 16? 15. 15? 16. I've forgotten. Whatever I said at the beginning of this video. Anyway, that will be the end. So that Saturday, the 10K day for NaNoWriMo, will be its own vlog. And then we'll start fresh with vlog 16, 17, for next week, when I go back to work. Yeah, that's my plan. Unless I edit this tonight and realize that it's 45 minutes long, and then Friday will be its own day, because I'll probably rant a lot tomorrow, and then Saturday will be its own day, and then we'll start fresh for Sunday. Maybe that's a better plan, because I ranted a lot today. Did you come fetch me so I would come play with you? You did. He literally came and was like, meow, hello, and then he walked in here and laid on his toys. Get it. Get it. He's so massive. Guys, I wish I had Kitten here to show you the size comparison. But he's like a cat. And she is not. I thought that she was getting cat size, but I have now decided she is a teeny tiny kitten. And he is a beast. Ugh. Get it. You know you want to. You know you want to. Boom. Boom. You're adorable. Whoa! Give it back. Give it back. No? You're gonna eat the string? Well, that's a choice to make. It's not as fun if I can't do anything. Ah! There it is. Ah, you got the fish. Good job. Ah! Fish is free. This is too funny. Ugh, I love cats. Well, that was a fun exercise. It's now 9:30 at night, you guys. I wanted to write again today because I only wrote 852 words earlier today. I was gonna write again, but then I went out for dinner and then I got lost in these articles and things. What's on my list still today? Oh, I need to film a bullet journal for August. We're not doing July. We've given up on July. I was gonna social media post / batch. Tragedy edits can wait for tomorrow. Reading my BFF's work. Meeting on Sunday. I can read it tomorrow. Isabel's book. I don't know how much of this I care to do tonight. I might save a lot of it for tomorrow.